Hi, this is 1975 and welcome to Elite Dangerous on the Legacy version on Xbox. And that opening clip was me having a 1v1 against one of these two guys in my ASP, because that was the weakest medium ship I could think to get in to have a combat with somebody who wasn't that engineered. Unfortunately, my ASP was way too powerful. I probably should have gone with my keel back, considering how little these guys are engineered, and my ASP is way over engineered. Recently I did have someone comment on one of my videos calling me a ganker, and then I had a second comment from another guy saying this. Now, he seemed to agree with the person that said I was a ganker, even though I said I'm a pirate and I don't generally kill people. But he has a little rant about the game does facilitate PvP combat, but apparently doesn't provide us with a good reason and mechanics to ever engage in such activity. Now, you can read the full comment, pause it and do so. I vehemently disagree with that the game doesn't provide good mechanics or reasons to combat people. I know some people may not like this opinion. I'm not much of a PvP guy. By nature, I'm a roleplay pirate. I don't get heavily involved in PvP. I've avoided the competitive PvP scene like the plague. I'm not very good at PvP, but PvP is part of the game. It's part of the open environment. I know some people don't like this, and the game has specific reasons to engage in PvP. In fact, one of the entire bases of the game, very early on, was the power play system, which was specifically brought in to encourage teams of players to engage against other teams of players in activities including PvP. You actually at the start got 50 merits if you killed an enemy power in the right system. You still now get merits for killing people from the right power in the right system. So it encourages PvP. Now, talking of PvP, this is probably one of my most competitive PvP ships, as long as they haven't got chaff. if they got good mats of chaff or double chaff, it's terrible. Yeah, if you want to count with this build, just bring double chaff, you'll win every time. But this is actually one of my more competitive PvP ships, and has beaten some of the best commanders in the game by blinding them, being stupidly annoying, and being a horrible gimbal scrub build. You know, but you can see I didn't know this guy wasn't as engineered as I didn't know his level of engineering when we agreed to have a fight in mediums. I reached for one of my mediums that does PvP, and soon found out that was way overpowered for him. Yeah, at this stage in the fight, I'm fully aware that my ship is vastly more engineered than his. So yeah, I didn't go on to kill him, because he was just friendly practice fights anyway. So, you know, give it to a low hull and GG. There's no need to be killing anyone. I always actually get reasonably defensive when someone describes me as a ganker. It's not like I've never been involved in a gang kill in my life, but generally as a pirate I have a reputation to maintain. People generally stop, or at least hang around when I'm typing to them, not scared that I'm going to brutally murder them at any second, especially if I've said no cargo, you know, stop for scan. If I say stop for scan, then you know I'm not going to just open fire and start trying to kill you. I'm looking for cargo. If I say die imp die, that should give you the indication that I'm going to kill you, and it might be time to jump away or take evasive action. However, I do try and avoid getting the reputation of being a ganker and behave as an honourable pirate, because otherwise people just wouldn't allow me to pirate them. They would just log off or combat log. You know, the fact that I don't kill people on a regular basis is the reason I'm able to operate successfully as a pirate, and have done for all these years in Elite Dangerous. If I just wantonly destroyed every ship that I saw, people wouldn't stop and let me pirate them. You know, I have been involved in gang kills, but I wouldn't call myself a ganker. Generally, if I kill people, it's for power play purposes, or involving the next reason why FDev would be a reason to fight: defending your minor faction, or getting involved in minor faction wars. There have been loads, and I've got involved in a fair few of them in my time. But before we get onto that, after realizing how little engineering these guys had, I basically said the following, and then just sat back and watched.
Fight!
So, since the game came out in the preview program, I have been involved in 3 wars directly and another couple of wars minorly. I was in the Exo versus Vale war, the Dark Marauders versus ESR war, and the IED versus 7th Legion war. I also got involved in some minor skirmishes and other little actions. Obviously, the Dark Marauders with their PPI scam, we've been at war with like multiple groups. Generally, those PPI wars didn't last that long, but they were quite fun and violent. And as a member of Archon Delane, I will hunt down and kill blue hairs when I see them. So I think the game has plenty of reasons to engage in roleplay PvP. And as to the fights being unfair, you have the opportunity to make a fully engineered ship. There's no barrier to engineering, there's no barrier to you making something that's reasonably competitive. And also, if you don't want to fight, you can just highwake away. You only have to make your ship survivable, not necessarily combat worthy. And, you know, before I go, I'll say that's all, thanks for watching, but please don't get too upset by PvP, and always remember,
It's only a game. Why you have to be mad?